live and at large.
I'm here at the Global Warming Conference in New Delhi, where if you can believe your eyes, it's snowing. The coldest weather on record has thrown the city into chaos.
Some extreme weather occurring in the area. Okay, we're now going live to our Fox affiliate in Los Angeles.
There's hail the size of golf balls coming.
Real-life Snowmageddon might not be as strange as the movie, but snow in Rome, Italy, the heaviest in 24 years. And isn't it a bit strange when Atlanta, Georgia gets hit by 3 inches of winter wonderland? It also snows in Savannah. Dallas sets a 24-hour record with over a foot of snow. The area around Montgomery, Alabama in the deep south gets up to 5 inches. So does almost the entire state of North Carolina. Not to mention there's snow in Charleston, South Carolina. The nation's capital breaks a record other than the size of the federal deficit. Philadelphia scores over 6 feet of snow already this winter, and there's still 5 weeks to go. And when it reaches all the way to the Florida Panhandle, we now have snow on the ground in 49 of 50 states. Hawaii the lone exception. Well, Hawaii and Vancouver, Canada, the normally snowy host city of the Winter Games, has had to bring it in by truck and chopper because Mother Nature has delivered mostly rain. Is it the snowpocalypse?
There's even snow in Alabama and Mississippi. People in the South have no idea what to do with snow. They've tried putting barbecue sauce on it. They've tried shooting at it. In Miami, they're trying to snort it. It's very confusing. There's snow every place but at the Winter Olympics where they need it.
Hi, everybody. I'm Geraldo Rivera, and tonight we'll also be going live to the Daytona Speedway, where there were some spectacular crashes involving both Danica Patrick and Dale Earnhardt Jr., whose legendary dad, as you may know, died in a wreck on this very same race course, this very same weekend, exactly 9 years ago. And we're probing this sick beatdown in Seattle, where security guards on the scene appeared to care less. But up for tonight, what's with the crazy weather? Let's ask physicist Mikio Kaku, host of Sci-Fi Science, and our own Dominica Davis. Welcome, both of you. So, Professor, let me ask you first. It's weird.
It's weird. That's right. You know, it shut down Washington, D.C. for 4 days, and nobody noticed. You know, the point
I wonder if we get the money back from those civil servants who don't go to work. Or I wonder if they were like school kids, they have to make it up at the end of the semester. I doubt it.
We'll find out when we get the bill. But, you know, in Vancouver, there's a meltdown going on. One of the hottest Winter Olympics ever recorded in the history of the Olympics. And a few years ago in Europe, the heat spell of the century. Remember that? Scorching, baked Alaska right in the middle of Europe.
Scores of people died.
Thousands of people died during that heat spell. So what we're seeing is fluctuations, wild swings in the weather, rather than simply saying, aha, global warming, or aha, global cooling. You can't judge a book by its cover. You got to look at the big picture, average over years to centuries, because the United States only has a tiny fraction of the surface area of the entire Earth. But the media is located here.
But, Dominica, when you see snow in Savannah and no snow in Vancouver, I mean, what comes to your mind as a meteorologist?
Well, it's a pattern. These are pattern changes. We're in a very strong El Nino pattern, and that's what's causing this. It's sort of that seesaw effect that's happening. And the big joke right now for the Winter Olympics is bring your own snow. You know, because we have the snow down here to the south, and they don't have it there to the north. And that's what we're seeing. I mean, in fact, in Portland, they've seen less snow than they have to the south, and they've actually, I heard, had to cancel part of their winter festivities in Portland.
Because the ice is melting.
Because the ice is
melting. But is Al Gore right, Kikyo? Is that, I mean...
Well, take a look this way. Benjamin Franklin, 200 years ago, figured out why we have rain and why we have snow. Hot air, like from the Gulf of Mexico with moisture, hits cold air from the Arctic. Cold air meets hot air, creating precipitation. Now, global warming means more moisture in the atmosphere. If that theory is correct, and the moisture hits the Arctic winds, that means more snow. So we're going to have more wild swings in the weather, more droughts in the southwest, more hurricanes hitting Florida, and more snowstorms.
So you're endorsing climate change?
I'm saying that what we can all agree on, even the critics, is the fact that the Earth seems to be heating up. We can disagree on the engineering engine behind it, whether it's human activity or not. But even the critics will admit, the Earth seems to be heating up, which means more moisture in the air, more energy in the air, which means more swings in the weather.
So does this, Dominica, support climate change as a thesis, or does it rebut it?
You know, I mean, I would say it supports it as a climate change, but I do think that with this, what has been happening is we just have these tracks of storms. The two ingredients you have to have is persistent cold air and numerous storms, which is exactly what we've had. Is lots of cold down to the south because of this pattern that we're in now, and we've had the storms to support that. So when you have the cold air, you're going to get snow down to the south, which is exactly what's happening.
Well, I want to thank you both. Maybe they could put rollers on the bottom of those skates or skis in Vancouver. Though it's been an interesting winter, and 5 weeks to go. Coming up,